came rushing back. All of the dried up lakes in my heart became an ocean.
Okay, so today I wanted to do kind of like a foundation first impressions type of video because my eyebrows and my eyes are already done. I wanted this to be super simple. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right in and I'm gonna prime my face with the Balm Cosmetics Time Bomb. A few foundations I wanted to try. I don't know if anybody's used this, but it was super popular on YouTube when I was, you know, YouTubing them myself. I absolutely cannot stand this foundation by itself. It just was so awful on my skin. I actually don't, I did not like it at all. But I do love it with mixed with the Infallible. I usually use more high-end foundations, and that's mainly just because I just feel like they, one, last me longer, two, they give me the coverage I want on the first try, so I don't have to keep using the product over and over and over again. I love trying foundations. It really doesn't matter if it's drugstore or not. But these two I've just been really liking together, so I'm gonna use them together today. Now this is in the shade, the next one is in the shade Buff, which is TCDF10. It's tan on, so I don't know if it's gonna work, so we will see. And this stuff is super, super watery. Yeah, it's like really watery. Another reason I wasn't a huge fan of it. It's up, it doesn't. There we go. When I'm in between shades, I like to use like things like this, and I'm just gonna put that right on my beauty blender. Sorry, I have like a mirror off to the side of me, and that totally just went up my nose, and that was disgusting. That's looking really, really white. Don't worry, it's only the first layer. So I like to just go right underneath the eye. A great thing is that it cleans up so nicely when you're using the beauty blender. I've seen it with really any sponge, really, that you can dampen and use. Works fantastic when you're trying to clean up product without having to make like a straight line. Alright. Smooth that out a little bit. I'm gonna lighten up my foundation up here. I'm gonna try really hard not to get it in my hair. I am like known for that. Other people, it's easier for me to do it to them because I can like hold their hairline back. I'm gonna try with mine, but I do struggle with that, so I always end up having to like go back there and kind of clean it up with a baby wipe or something, just because I do get it everywhere. All right, since we're super white, I'm gonna take a little bit of the BH Cosmetics. This is just their basic liquid foundation. The reason why I don't use this by itself, it's because it's really orange when it oxidizes on my skin. But we're basically just concocting some crap on my face, and we'll hope it comes out right. Because I'm gonna use the face and body now to deepen my foundation. Because there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I just don't like to put the straight brown on my face, and the reason why is because it does oxidize, and sometimes it can be way too dark, and I'd rather my face be a little lighter for me than, you know, than my chest being lighter than my face, because I don't like it when my chest is like that. That's why I have the face and body. I have it in a few different shades, because whatever shade my face is, I always make my chest a little bit darker. And another thing about the face and body that I'm not a huge fan of when it's on my face, I don't mind sticking it over like a second layer like that, but the reason I don't like to put it directly on my skin is because it's a lot like this, where both of these kind of stick wherever you put it and it doesn't blend well. Just go over it, smooth it out. I mean, this is all like a science experiment on my face right now, because I just literally mixed what, 4 foundations on my face. Mainly because I do have that the tan, so that does make it a little harder when I don't have the color. So I'm actually really liking how this is looking. So I'm gonna let that dry for just a second. Alright, so another thing I really like to use while my face is kind of a little bit in the tacky phase, I guess, I'm going to use this concealer. This concealer is way too light for me at the moment, but that's okay. We're still gonna use it. It will be a good highlight. Look at that. If you do have a double chin like myself, highlight there because we're going to be contouring right underneath it. For concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. Everybody uses it. I'm just started using it. So I'm liking it so far. I really am. It's been super nice. Great coverage. I really haven't been disappointed with a lot of Tarte products. So basically, I just turned this video into like a contouring video on top of it. I do my face like this every single day. I wear a full face of makeup. And it's... maybe if I wasn't my weight, I'd be more okay with not contouring as much. But at this weight, I just have a fat face and I don't like it. So we're going to just contour it and slim it out a little bit. And that to me will make it look much better. Alright, for contour, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Fawn Cream Contour Stick. The reason why this one is probably one of my favorites is because it's an ash tone. It is not a warm color. This looks fantastic on porcelain skin. We'll see how dark it is. I might need a darker one for me right now, but I'm sorry for saying so much. I didn't realize I said it so much. But the contour color is just, it's a nice ashy tone. So I feel like you're not, you know, if you want to bronze up and make your face warmer, you can. I just really, really love it. And that's all I have to say. I really like to blend this out because, well, okay, let me rephrase that. The reason I like to use this is because how it blends out. It's really, really smooth and it just blends so nicely. Well, there we go, Sierra, getting it in your hair. Cool. So one spot on my face that I always forget to blend, which I already did it because I did it first just because I'm doing the video, but I never ever remember to blend out the contour underneath my lip. And then I always freaking do my powder and then I'm like, I look like I have like a little like, what are those, with like a goatee or something down here, and I'm like, so I always have to wipe my makeup off right there and redo it. It's a really bad habit. I don't know why I always forget it, but I do. Alright, so we're gonna let that dry for a second. I am gonna use some Fix Plus. And let that soak in before we powder it. Some people like to go right into powder. I don't. I just don't. I got that all over my mirror. Okay. I just had to fix that. Usually just a nice small Q-tip will work just fine. All right, for powder, we're gonna use the Laura Mercier, however you pronounce it. This stuff is awesome. My sister actually had this, and my sister is 10 years younger than me. So when I went in there, of course I go shopping in her little drawer because she's got all the good stuff, like the trendier stuff, and that's how I found out I liked it. She was asleep, so I used it. And it was awesome. Going to use the BH Cosmetics number 3 brush for my powder brush. A lot of people like to use like a damp beauty blender. I do not. I feel like this brush works a lot better for me. Now I tend to get really oily right around my nostrils, so we like extra powder those. And then right through there, and through there. I'm getting powder everywhere. Everywhere. And powder up my forehead. You know, just everywhere. Ugh. I don't know if you can see, but that's like a shit ton of powder on my face. That was a lot. Tap that off, let this sit for a second. While this sits, I'm gonna go in and use my bronzer that I'm so excited to use. Okay, so again, from the beginning, I told you I was gonna be using the Betty Lou Manizer. Can't wait to use it. This is, the reason it's a duo is because it has a light shimmer, so if you like a bronzer that's more matte finish, this wouldn't be for you, but when your fake tan is as dark as mine, I want some iridescent to my skin. I would like it to be a little shimmery because I don't have any makeup at the moment that matches my skin, so we're just gonna go with this. So that was a lot, and I forgot to clean my brush off from yesterday. It was a blush brush yesterday. Damn it. Whatever. So this stuff is actually, like, I thought it was because of the blush that was in it, but yesterday I used a pretty neutral blush. Okay, so what I was trying to explain with this product is, when I meant by warmth, I'm meaning that it's really peachy. Like, it's got a color to it, more like a blush would have, versus what a bronzer would have. I've used this on my eyes as an eyeshadow. It's super golden shimmery on my eyes. It ended up wearing beautifully. I got lots of compliments when I wore it out. But I was definitely shocked at what it looks like on my face versus what it looked like in the pan. Now, I was filming this video indoors with no natural lighting, so it just looks brown. I definitely think that impacted on how it looked in the pan inside, because when I did take it outside, it was super like shimmery and definitely that peachy gold look in the pan outside in natural light. I'm gonna call that peach, like a dark peach. I almost don't want to use this on my forehead, but I'm about to. So we're just gonna put this everywhere because I don't know if that's like the best idea, but I really wanted to use it. I'm just gonna use it. We're gonna dust off the powder now. All right, for now, you ladies with the double chins like myself, I didn't powder underneath here because I'm going to contour that. So what you do is you take this right where your double chin is, go beneath your chin, and right up to your jawline. So it should look like that. Okay? Immediately, oh, oops, I touched my chin. Take your damp beauty blender. A lot of the time this could be easier before you powder your face, but the reason I did it this way is because this is so much different. I wanted to powder so that way if I need to kind of blend it up onto my jawline, I can. And you literally blot and dab, pull, like almost like pulling it down. Okay, so another reason why I like to have my chest slightly darker than my face is because contouring the underneath of your jawline, that's how I'm able to take the pictures I do for Instagram. It's to shadow out the underneath. So to do that, I need to use a darker powder or a contour stick or anything that is going to camouflage it. So that way I can blend it down into my chest. But that is my little trick that I like to do with reshaping my face. Doesn't. Okay, so let's see. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Alchemist holographic palette. This has been my, if you follow me on Instagram, this is like my go-to every day, depending on my mood. Sometimes I use all the colors, you know, just because I love it so much. Today I want to use, let's see. Because I just went with all neutrals and I already have this really like warm color on there, I'm just gonna use the color Opal from the palette, which is their pink shade of highlight. So we'll see how it looks. I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetic #1. It looks like that. It's like a little taper. I already have product on it and I put a lot on. Look at all that. We'll see how this works. This is a super, super pretty pink. A little bit does go a long way with this. So let's just use a lot. Okay, so my camera died, so I had to go ahead and just kind of finish off my face already. I used the Sephora, where is it? The liquid lipstick in the shade 33. I don't know if it will show it. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. No, that's what it looks like though. It's really pretty. It looks great on pale skin, dark skin, in between skin. It's just my favorite nude lipstick. And I really like the formula of it. What else did I use? I just finished off my under eye with the Balm Cosmetic What's Your Type mascara. It's just, the reason I like it for the under eye is because look at the, I mean, the wand is like super, super tiny with little tiny baby teeth. And yes, I'm gonna call them teeth because I wouldn't know what else to call them to explain it. But it's awesome for getting underneath the bottom lash lines. And then I just finished off, like I said earlier, with the pink, the opal color from the Alchemist palette. And I just kind of put that everywhere, all over my face. I get a little closer so you can see. But yeah, I think that's about it. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's weird. But I just wanted to thank everybody for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Last